acknowledge other individuals and organizations who in one way or the other have contributed to my winnings over the years. I want to thank Colonel Philip and Freddie Nicholas. Save the best for last, I want to thank Pat, the musician, Aaron, my writer, for the 10 crowns and road matches we achieved. We call ourselves the bow and the arrow, and I hope that Creator and creation continue to use us in the right way to entertain lovers of Calypso locally and internationally. The KDKK, or King Dice Kaiso Kruise, is organized and presented by Mass Camp and lovers of Dominica Calypso. And me being the main part of it, alongside the previous Calypso kings and queens and top Calypsonians, is an initiative that lovers of Calypso all over the country would appreciate. I see KDKK as a benefit to the communities we're planning, the communities we are planning to visit. I see KDKK, let me start again, as a benefit to the communities that we are planning to visit, in that way that my journey is in Calypso is known by the whole country. It's not a secret. Capturing the Junior Monarch when I first stepped in, and now being the 10 times Calypso King. My ups and my downs in this, and most importantly, the influence that I had and or have in bringing the younger generation to the art form. And as the others will explain deeper, La Plaine will be the first of many shows we have from the north, the south, the east, and the west of the country. And going through these different communities will motivate the next generation of Calypso writers, Calypso singers, etc. I also see KDKK, King Dice Kaiso Kruise, benefiting the venues we are planning to attend, and businesses and vendors of the community, and the Calypso lovers that will get to enjoy some good Calypso in the so-called off-season. It will also be a good opportunity for me to share that 10 crowns with fans, Calypsonians and Calypso lovers all over the country. In closing, I would like to invite everyone to the KDKK wherever it's happening in the country. And the first is in La Plaine, as Malpi said. On the east, this is my region, where I'm from. So I'm sending a special call to Delis, Buitika, La Fonchette, Laron, La Plaine, Casgory, Montjon, River Syric, Grand Fond, and all the lovers of music in Dominica to come join us. Let us make this one a big one and get ready for the next one, for the next ones, as it is also an opportunity to visit the different communities in the country. I see this venture propelling my Calypso career and Dominica Calypso on a whole. And if we make this regional, and hoping that we can make it regional and international. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you for the sponsors again. Thank you to the Mascam family and the whole Dominican people the fans that support King Dice. Let's make it a big thing. Let's enjoy that.
Now you have heard everything the king himself had to say. It's our turn now to move along with him. And in this new initiative, I'm now calling on Mr. Johnson Boston to give us further developments.
Thank you so much, Regina, and let me say good morning to Federica Riley. We call him Madam P. She's the president of Mascan, King Dice, 10 times Calypso King, of the Commonwealth of Dominica. Mrs. Walsh, who is our chairperson this morning, and Governor Blanc, who did our prayer. I want to thank the media for coming. I want to thank our listeners on Q, ComC TV, Emo News, MO News, DNO News, DBS is here, and Kyrie is here. We thank you all for being here so much. We want to say to you, stick with us, because this event is very important. We also want to thank our sponsors who are here, Best Buy and the Trading International Group. Okay? Trading International Group will thank you for being here with us. And we want to also thank others who will come on board to come quickly, because what we're doing is something huge, something important. Now, King Dice is our 10-time Calypso King, and it's something that every Dominican at home and abroad should celebrate and should feel proud of. The Creator gave Dice a talent, and you can't doubt Dice on the stage with his diction, his clarity, his stage performances, his stage movement, and also his writer. Thank God for him, that a good Calypsonian, a good musician, got a good writer who writes for him, and together they made a team, a very solid team, and they present this Calypso. And even when Dice would not win the crown, he come out very high in those places. So therefore, he is what we call one of our top Calypsonians, and we have to feel very proud of it. And we as a country are the ones together that can build our economy, that can build our tourism, that can build our culture, that can build our country. And I think when a person achieves such high level in society, particularly in the musical field and Calypso to be exact, we have to feel proud of it, and we have to give every support for it to grow. This initiative that we are on now is one that will, while promoting Dice and engage the community to celebrate his achievement, will also promote our Calypso art form. Will also give young people an opportunity to recognize and appreciate that the Calypso art form is something that they can get involved in, and to keep it sustained as we go along. Now I want to appeal to sponsors who are listening to us and those who will hear about us, that this King Dice Calypso Cruise is a very important initiative that all of us and the business community or corporate citizens should get involved in, to be able to make this a success, not only for those of us who are involved, because there's of course a lot of work behind the scene that people may not know about, but there's a lot of work you have to put to organize, to make contact. So we want to say to our business community, we welcome you on board. We ask you to work with us, to join with us, to sponsor, to provide the necessary support and resources that will help us to make this a very successful venture for, as Dice mentioned earlier on, the communities where we're going, because the vendors will be engaged, the venues where we are hosting these activities will be involved, and of course even buses and vehicles and gas stations, because people moving will buy gas and they will benefit from that event. And we are hoping to take this even outside of Dominica, as was mentioned by Dice, in terms of the international community and the regional community. So it's something that we feel that we must all as Dominicans, at home and abroad, celebrate and cherish, because a person winning 10 crowns in a country is not no easy matter that we should just throw aside and ignore. It's something we have to celebrate, talk about, jump about, sing about, dance about, because it is our Calypso King who have reached that milestone. In my recollection, only one person who got 10 King in the region already is Mighty Arrow's brother, I think Dice in Dubai. So even the Mighty Sparrow have won many crowns and been an international Calypsonian, but they have not reached the milestone that our King Dice have reached here as being our 10-time Calypso King. So the media, we must take this, grow it up, work with us, follow us, encourage the success of this event. And what is good about it, we're going to have Calypsonians from both tents participating. In fact, we even have a Calypsonian from the East who will be participating. Now Lapland has one, in fact two of them. Lapland, as was mentioned, it is close to King Dice's childhood community, Whitaker. And therefore, we felt the first show of that nature should go to that community to bring the love to the Dominican people, starting in the Lapland area, which is Dice community and Dice region, right? So let us all, as Dominicans, celebrate King Dice's achievement. It is our achievement. It is ours, and therefore we should not allow it to go low, die, go cold, because I said earlier on, we are the ones who must build our country, build our economy, build our culture, and we have a perfect opportunity in King Dice to do just that. So culture, calypso, our economy, our tourism is on the rise because tourists would want to meet the King Dice, hear the King Dice, so we must be the first people in Dominica to enjoy, to celebrate our King Dice and his achievement. Thank you very much, and we're very happy that you are here with us this morning. And I say again, the media, stick with us, help us to push this because it's going to benefit Calypsonians generally and Dominica on a whole. So again, thank you, and our sponsors, we want to say thank you in a big way. Those who have quickly come on board, as I mentioned, Best Buy and others, and Best Price and Fresh Market. Okay, who are on board with us, and I'm sure the others of you in Dominica, who are public citizens, will join us to make this event a successful event. And I could tell you quickly that Mascom has organized this, but what was good about this, a number of other Dominicans who are not part of Mascom are involved with us in that initiative, and they're part of the organizing committee. So it tells you there's already a positive going forward, and we want you to sustain it. Thank you, and God bless.
Here it is. Winning 10 crowns is like winning the gold medal at the Olympics. So we have to be proud of our King Dice, and we need to move on with him wherever he goes. At this point in time, we will take questions from the media.
Yeah, I could ask a question. Good morning, by the way. You mentioned Lapland for the Easter as the first stop in the cruise, the King Dice cruise. Any idea of the other areas that you will be visiting in 2024?
Yes, we have Portsmouth, we have Granby, we have the West Coast, we have Marigot. So all these areas are in the plan, but we have to work it out, the details of it with the groups in the various communities.
By the way, how many of them? You said 9 or 10?
10.
10 of them.
So we will match King Dice, Kaiso Kruise, 10, 10, 10.
And all will happen in 2024?
All will happen in 2024.
Thanks.
Are there any more questions to ask?
I can imagine that your community, and that's what I can imagine that your childhood community, Butika, is very ecstatic and receptive about your upcoming cruise. Can you just explain or describe, you know, the energy from your villagers, knowing that you have captured these 10 crowns and know that you're going to do your first ever island tour?
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to thank the organizers for doing that, the Mascom crew and the rest of it. But my community have always been with me from inception. You know, I can remember performing my first time, and boss loads who would come down to support King Dice. I did also different activities. I used to do an activity on the 1st of January, every 1st of January for the kids, meaning I would do some bouncing castles for the kids and calypso and music in the night time. But Maria kind of take our school in Whitaker, you know. So I used to be, I'm always involved in the communities. If I go up on the weekend, everybody know me, they're passing through. So I believe, and the venue that we are going to do it in Lapland is a guy that I've been asking for Mascam to come up there for a long time now. And the way that, you know, we have the Grand Fond King being part of it, wants to be part of it. White Fairy, you know, as Cadence wants to be part of it. Seeing that they heard about it, the police system up there is kind of involved in it, wanting to be the security of the vibes. So the excitement is high, and we want to make it big. We want to make it not just for the East, but everybody who can come up. As we say, it's an opportunity for you to visit other villages if you haven't done that in a long time. And the rest to come, we will just be shifting and moving around. So, but the Lapland one, I believe everybody's excited about it. We're asking everybody to come out, and yeah, let's make it up.
And one more question. I'm not sure if I probably did not hear, but is there a fee involved in this store?
Yes, but actually it's supposed to be $20 in advance and $25 at the gate. Something that you can afford in these times. Okay?
All right. Good morning, everybody. We have a number of persons on the live feed watching and listening to what is happening. And basically, so far, a lot of compliments, kudos, congratulations have been coming. Dice way and the organizers way. But one person on the live feed that goes by the name of Rosie Mango, she asked whether, let me see if I can get. She asked whether it's a competition or will it be a competition from both ends, or just a thing for fun?
It's more of a concert.
Okay.
So it's for fun and celebration. And you mentioned the price a while ago. It's very reasonable because we take into account the situation, economics, vibes, and give people an opportunity to buy the ticket in advance, $20. So you want to say to you, to encourage you to rush to get your ticket at $20 in advance because you'll pay $25 at the gate.
Yeah. Also, just to add one more question here, or comment rather. I see this concert atmosphere going around the country. We all know the situation in the country now economically. So I'm asking you guys, what do you think would be the economic spin-off in the different hamlets as you go around to the struggling bartenders, shopkeepers, whatever, in the various communities? Is that the way Dice is giving back based on his talents?
Well, basically it's giving back to the community, and then obviously we have to get some money out of it, and some sponsorship because you have a lot of expenses to meet, and so forth. But in Dice himself, it's an opportunity to give back, to mingle around. We could easily have one show rules on Port George, but we want to move around the country so that everybody in the locality can come and celebrate.
Final question to the King guys. Yeah, so Dice, it's been said, and a concern really, that although you have dominated the calypso scene in Dominica, regionally, there seems to be an absence of the King Dice. Will this 10 crown be an inspiration to go out there in the Caribbean? Obviously, it has to be organized by somebody, maybe Mascam, but I don't know. But will there be the urge to move out in the Caribbean to sell your skills and to at least expose yourself more in the Caribbean?
Yeah, well, I've been going out from time. I've been winning Calypso Crowns, but you know, you go out like the Dominican bands on the Labor Day season. You go to New York and different places, and the Caribbean countries. I've been going through some of the Caribbean countries already. I believe the 10 Crown and the KDKK, the King Dice Kaiso Kruise, will kind of encourage that a lot more. Also encourage Dominicans in the region to be part of this, so it could be easier, so we could make it happen easier. Because I believe in the organization of the KDKK, the start is Dominica, that's where we're from, but according to how we treat it and how it happened for us, then the idea of regional, doing it in the region, is also there on the table also. So for the people that are listening to us abroad in the different regional countries, and you are from Dominica or not, but you want to be part of this, then that is your time to be part of this. You can make a call, and then we can do that regional stuff. But I believe the popularity where Calypso is concerned, for me in the region, we have to also do, not just with me, but other Dominicans living in the region also.
Finally, musical accompaniment, that is so very important with the Calypsonian tour in the island. Who is going to be backing up the King Dice during the cruise?
Well, I believe Mascamp has started something that works, and it has been there for a long time. I mean, I saw Queer Music Festival when Marshall and different of the big artists, they came down without a band, they had their playback, and they did big shows. So what we're trying to do something unique, something different. So we try to do the playback where the economy is concerned, because you know we're trying this and we have obstacles kind of against too. So the money, not all that. So we're trying to do it in the best way possible so that the fans could enjoy all over Dominica. And I believe the playback way is a way we're going to take into consideration. We're going to do it that way. And we're going to add something special to it, which I will not disclose. So it will make it kind of exciting for the people.
Dice, that's a question from me. Winning 10 crowns is no easy feat.
Sure.
I want to now ask you to go into the competitions themselves. Which year in your mind, Dice, was the most difficult year for you and you ended up pulling it off? Which year?
Difficult and end up pulling it off.
Yeah, meaning you were kind of, you know.
Yeah. I cannot remember the song. I can definitely remember the year, because I can remember my emotional burst after I won, because I believe a lot of people wasn't expecting me. I can't remember the song, but the other year. But I thought you was going to ask me which year was the easiest year for me.
No. The easiest is like,
And I was going to tell you this year.
This year, okay. I knew this year was the easiest. That's why I asked you. Yeah, this year.
Are there any more questions to be asked? Well, if there are no more questions at this point, let me thank the mastermind behind Dice, King Pat as well, and also Annie, and the many sponsors being here with us today, Best Price and Fresh Markets, and many other sponsors who have been giving support to the Showdown Mascamp family throughout the many years. And we invite potential sponsors to come on board to make this initiative a reality. We are looking at the public and private sector, locally, regionally, and internationally, to be partners with us, as while we take this venture to 10 communities around Dominica. We also wish to thank the many volunteers behind the scenes who have given their all through thick and thin. We say thank you. So as we end this press conference, we ask her to follow the KDKK King Dice Kaiso Kruise calendar, which will be shared with the media later. Remember, Kaiso is not done. Where do we have to be this Easter Sunday? In La Plaine at Debo's Bar. 7 times 7 to 11. Price $20 in advance, $25 at the door. For another exciting presentation of Kaiso at its best, be there Sunday, Easter Sunday, 31st of March. So you see, and thank you sponsors and potential sponsors listening on Q95 and many other outlets and viewers on Facebook. So I say God bless.